Hi there and welcome to Looping Mabel's Closet. My name is Jane and in today's video it's my number 3 in the series of Sew the Look. So hi and welcome back, and yeah, today's outfit is my Sew the Look, inspired by this picture that I found on Pinterest, and I'll pop the picture up and you can see. Now when I do the Sew the Look, it's not meant to be an exact copy, it's something that I've seen, an outfit that I've seen on Pinterest or just generally on the internet or on social media, and it's just caught my eye. And it's kind of given me a little bit of inspiration to recreate something similar. So it's not my intention to ever copy exactly, but I think I've got quite close on this one. So it's obviously in 2 parts, and I've got my trousers made with denim and this stretch jersey top. So we'll start on the top first. So I love the stripe, the yellow stripe, mustard stripe t-shirt that the model is wearing in that picture. I just wanted something similar, and I love the mustard colour yellow, and I just thought this would be perfect, similar type of jersey. But I only ordered a metre of it because it's art gallery fabric. Both the fabrics I got were from Minerva, which I bought from Minerva, and I only got a metre because obviously it's art gallery. This is art gallery stripe sun, I think it's called. And I had already had some of my jersey that I'd got from Fabricland, I think it was, which I'd ordered quite a while ago. And this is one of the jerseys that doesn't have any lycra in it at all. So I had a little bit left, and I just thought, well, this would be perfect for the sleeve section rather than doing it all the stripe, and obviously keeping costs down. And I thought, well, I'll just order the metre and then obviously get this fabric used, because it isn't really all that good for constructing a t-shirt type of thing, because there's no lycra in it, there's no recovery, you know, or anything like that. But nice quality, it just doesn't have the lycra in it. So I thought that would pair lovely with this. So the inspiration I got from this top, which has got a bit of a story to it, was the Eva tee from Pattern Union, and I'll put the links as usual for all the patterns and all the fabrics that I've mentioned in the box below, and if you fancy having a look or clicking on the links, please feel free. So I took the base pattern from the Eva tee, and from there I've done a little bit of, well, quite a lot of pattern hacking to it. In hindsight, I wish I'd gone for a little bit more of a snugger fitting t-shirt, because it's a little bit looser than what I was hoping for, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. This the finished result. But I took the basic pattern from that there, and from there I basically changed it. So I made size, let me just see what size I did. I can't remember what size I did now. Let me just double check the size. I did size 10, I think it was. I think I did size 10. Or it might be in size 12. I think I did size 12. But as I say, it's more of a looser fitting t-shirt top. And it's got slightly dropped shoulders, which is, when I was making it I was thinking, oh, it's going to be too big because the shoulders are slightly dropped. But when I read the instructions a bit more, it is designed for a slightly dropped shoulder. But in hindsight, as I say, I wished it was a little bit sat more on my shoulder. But that's my own fault for picking this style rather than going for maybe the other style that Pattern Union does, which is the Molly tee. So next time I'll probably go for the Molly tee, but it was absolutely fine. So, and also doing this, I wanted to have a little bit of pattern hacking and be a bit braver, and you know, jazz things up a bit and put a little bit more tweaking in, a bit more of me. So obviously I traced out the bodice front, the bodice back and the sleeve, and from there I raised I lowered the neckline from the original neckline, which is quite a higher neckline, so I lowered it, scooped it out quite a bit. Then I took the sleeve, the pattern from the sleeve, and then I also took the pattern from the Somerset tee by Maven Patterns, because I wanted the bishop style sleeve, but I wanted something with a little bit more deeper cuff. And obviously I'm not that good where I can take one sleeve and put it to the bodice of another pattern yet. So what I did was I took the Maven Pattern sleeve just to see how much it came out, and then I adapted that to the sleeve, obviously, so the sleeve head would fit for this pattern. And then I took it out quite a bit, and from the Maven Pattern template I then took it out a little bit more, so it is a bit wider than the Maven Pattern, the Somerset sleeve. So I did all that, looking good, and then I made a cuff up, just a cuff myself. I remembered how I did with the Maven, the Somerset tee. The Somerset tee cuff comes to about there. I wanted something a little bit more statement piece, so I made it a lot bigger. And then I stitched them both, did the gathering, stitched them both together. But when I did the first round of stitching, because this has been unpicked a few times, I didn't take into consideration the overall length of the sleeve, even though I measured everything. Obviously didn't measure it properly, and again, not going off my body measurements for my arms, it came to down here, which was too long. John said, well, can't you just roll it up or have it like loose down, you know, like that, the long sleeve? Well, no, that drives me mad with the sleeves here. So I thought, well, I could tuck it over, but that's just going to annoy me because I didn't want it to be tucked over. And John said, well, couldn't you just tuck it under? No one's going to know. And I thought, no, it's just going to annoy me. I can't have a garment that's not how I wanted it. So I took the sleeve apart, unpicked it all. Of course, it had all been overlocked, so I sat and unpicked it, and I left the cuff the length because I wanted it this length, but I took another 2 inches off the sleeve. I've kept all my scraps to show you. So I took that much more off the sleeve and then put it all back together, and it's a much better length. So that was the first thing I did. And then I made my neckband, put my neckband on, and I used the neckband off the Eva T, but when I put it on, it just looked really lost. That's the original width of the neckband. This is the unpicked version, but when it was on, it was just a little bit too, not enough in the contrast. I wanted something a little bit more, you know, a little bit more. So unpicked all that, and I'd also cover stitched it. So I unpicked the cover stitch, unpicked the overlock, and I redrafted the band, and I did it twice the width. So twice the width of this, and I'm much happier with this. And I just think it's a little bit more statement on the neck area. I just really prefer this width that I've got. Made a note of it all, so when I come to make it again, I've got it all written down and I've got all the templates all worked out. And then when I tried it on, it was quite loose fit, and I probably could have gone down a size 10. So what I did was I unpicked the side seams and unpicked the bottom because it was cover stitched, and I took it in, and I kept the scraps, and I took it in. It's all a bit curly, but I took it in a bit more from the sides. From the sides. So it's now a little bit more shape to it than the original pattern. So basically, I've took the Eva T, and it's nothing like the Eva T, the finished result, because I was after this look, and obviously I just used the Eva T as the foundation for me to work off. So that's what I've done. So I'll stand up and show you, covered in bits of fluff, show you the top, and I'll just show you how it's got a little bit more structure here. and obviously I've got it tucked in, a bit more details in the trousers in a minute, and it's got a lovely curved edge to this t-shirt, which I really like, so I can wear it out or in. It's just got a little bit of shaping, which I really like. So obviously I had to unpick my cover stitch there, I had to unpick my cover stitch there to then take this in, and then I had to recover stitch and recover stitch. So basically I had to redo the sleeves, had to redo the sides, had to redo the neck. But I was determined to have it finished exactly as I had it in my head. So I wasn't going to just make do and that'll do, next time I'll do it this way. I wanted to do it right. So I don't mind unpicking actually. I quite like unpicking. So this is the top. And I'm really pleased with that. I really like it. I really like the effect. I love how the sleeves have turned out exactly what I had in my head. The bishop's type of sleeve with a proper statement cuff. Really do like the sleeves. The only thing for next time is that because it's a drop shoulder, I just think it just looks slightly too big on me because of the style. It's a looser fitting top and I was after a more closer fitting top. So the rest of it is obviously, because I've tucked it in, is more closer fitting, but I didn't want to go down the avenue of changing the shoulders because I just thought, oh no, enough's enough. You've unpicked it, literally every part of it. And I was toying with unpicking the shoulders and bringing the shoulders in, but I thought, no, let's just leave it, just finish it as it is, because I don't mind, it's absolutely fine. But it is a little, I just think it looks a little bit too big here. But obviously I'm going to wear it, it's absolutely fine. No one's going to know except me and you. But yeah. And I've got it all drafted, ready for next time. I've made a block type of thing. So I've got my new neck binding that I was telling you about. So it's now double the size, double the width. And I've also done the 85% calculation. So that's ready to go. I've got my cuff that I drew. I've got my bishop sleeve, which I have got there. And obviously I've took off that extra bit as well. So that's exactly as this is now. And then I've got my front and my back, and you can see I've put a little bit more shape to the front and the back, much more shaping than is in the original Eva tee. So when I come to do it again, which I will, I'm going to look at the shoulders and adjust the shoulders so it will have a higher shoulder. So basically it's going to be nothing like the Eva tee, but it is because I've used the Eva tee and it's a brilliant pattern, and I will be doing the Eva tee as an Eva tee, but I wanted to use that as the base for this. So I'm really pleased. So I've got a little pattern block as well there to do it again. So it was well worth all the, you know, unpicking, thinking about it, calculating and thinking into things. Absolutely well worth it, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm only annoyed with myself that I didn't take my arm measurements. I didn't measure my arm against what the finished sleeve would be stitched up. If I'd have done that, then I would have known they were going to be too long. So that's something. I've already though started properly looking at my body measurements and thinking about, is it going to fit me? Is it going to be too big? Is it going to be too tight? If so, if it's too big maybe on the hips, I'm going to grade it in a little bit, all that. I've already started thinking that, so that's all going now on in my head. So I'm getting there, that is for sure. So moving on to the trousers, which I absolutely love. This is my first attempt sewing with denim, and this is a 10-ounce denim, Lady McElroy 10-ounce denim in the indigo. Now my only concern is with this denim is that it's been pre-washed. I've still got bits of indigo, denim blue staining coming on my fingers, so I'm going to have to maybe wash them a few times again to see if I can get much more of that dye out, because otherwise it could end up staining what I wear with them. But anyway, and it's obviously, as I say, my first time working with denim, and it's amazing. I love it. So the trousers that I did with the wide leg pants from Peppermint Magazine by In the Folds, and it's skill level 2 and it's spot on. Easy peasy pair of trousers to make. So that's it there, and you can get it on the Peppermint Magazine. I've had this pattern for absolutely ages and wanted to make them for for months and months since last year, but I was always put off a bit thinking, oh, zips and pockets and flies and things. But wow, what an easy pattern this is. If you're fancying making some jeans, but it's putting you off all that, you know, that jean bit, the rivets and top stitching and all that, then this is a good alternative to try. I'll stand up and show you these in a bit more detail, but this is a really good pattern to try. Obviously I've done it in denim. You don't have to do it in denim, and the pattern says you can use any medium to heavy bottom weight fabrics with no stretch. So cotton twill, linen, corduroy or denim. So anything like that, but obviously I went for the denim for my solar look. There's no stretch at all in this denim at all. So they're like denim fabric, but they're not a jean as such because there's no rivets in it, there's no top stitching in it or anything like that. So if you fancy having a go working with denim but you're not quite ready to go down the avenue of proper jean making, then this is a really good pattern to try. Definitely highly recommend it. The instructions, as always, from Peppermint Magazine and in the folds are absolutely brilliant. I mean, every step of the way, you don't doubt anything that's written there. It's really, really clear instructions. And I would, if I didn't have my buttonhole nightmare, which I'll tell you about in a minute, I would have had these made in 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Really easy, honestly. And I will be making them again. I'll stand up and show you. I did the size, again, I was conscious of, I did size C, so it was for the 28 waist and 37 inch hip with a finished measurement of 29.25 waist and a 39 1/8 hip. So I was concerned that I didn't make another pair of trousers that absolutely drowned me here. My Pietra pants in my, well, both my Pietra pants, they're fine. My pink corduroy and my green corduroy, absolutely fine, but they are a little bit loose here. And I didn't want to make another pair of trousers that was swimming around my hips. So I was conscious. And I thought, right, I'm just going to make, I took my measurements. I thought, right, I'm going to go for size C. And they fit like a glove. Absolutely thrilled to bits with the fit on these. And they've got, there's no top stitching at all. I did a little bit of top stitching around the pockets, and you have a little bit of around the fly, but that's it. And just absolutely super simple, just a button, and then you just got your, with your fly cover there. I had a bit of a problem. I was going great guns right to the end until I tried to put my buttonhole in, and my machine decided to chew it up. It didn't like the denim, even though I had a denim needle in. Chewed it all up, so I had to unpick it, and obviously I used blue on blue, and it was an absolute nightmare to unpick. But anyway, I unpicked it and redid it again, and I absolutely love it. But when I did the, you have to put like the template on, you top stitch in a contrasting fabric just so you know where you're going to put your fly cover on. I did it in a lovely pink so you could see it. So if I made them again in the denim, because I really love that pink, I would absolutely probably do proper top stitching with the pink, and maybe pink around there, and maybe pink there, and maybe pink on the hem, because it was really pretty. But yeah, they absolutely fit like a glove. Really pleased with them. There's 2 darts at the back, and they just fit lovely. And the hem, I'll obviously put some pictures up of me wearing it in the garden. I just tuck the inside, you know, you can have the bit of a French tuck there. Obviously I put some pictures of me wearing the garden, but just to show you, yeah, so really am pleased with them. And for the hems, the hem, I took my hems up, pattern says 3 centimetres, but I took them up 3 centimetres and pinned them, and I wanted mine to be a little bit shorter. I wanted mine to be like ankle graze length, so I folded them over again and did, so in total 6 centimetres I took mine up, and I'm really pleased with them, and I will definitely be getting lots of wear out of these jeans. I absolutely love them, and I so want to make another pair. Might have a go at making some in some heavy linen. Just great, absolutely love them. And also, these are wide leg pants, but I don't feel drowned in these ones. That's what I was trying to say about the Pietras. The Pietras, which are wide leg, the Pietra wide leg version, I just feel like I'm just like swamped in them. But with these I don't, because they fit me to the hips and then they come out in the wide leg, which is absolutely fine. Whereas my Pietras, I swim a little bit loose on the hips, so then they just come out and I just look swamped because obviously they're wider. So when I make the Pietras again, I've been tempted to unpick the Pietras, or completely unpick them and resew them, grade them down a size and then resew them all back up again. I am tempted to do that because I quite like sitting and unpicking. It's quite therapeutic. Call me cray cray, but yeah, so I might do that. I mean, I do wear my Pietras. I've worn them, been well worn, well washed, but they could do with being a little bit smaller, so I may well do that. So all in all, I'm really pleased with my Sew the Look. Really pleased. Love how it's turned out. Love the look. Really casual, but something a little bit different. And obviously it's my input as well, which is what I'm trying to do a little bit by little bit. But getting a little bit more confident in my dressmaking and not being frightened to tweak the pattern. Although sometimes I'm not sure whether if I can tweak it, will it affect the whole style? That's the only thing I want to learn. But yeah, I'm getting there. So let me know what you think of this Sew the Look. Tell me what you think, and I will put the pictures for this and my original Sew the Look picture on my Pinterest boards, and then you can go on there and then you can go click the link to the original picture where that came from too. And yeah, I'm really pleased, and these are going to get well worn. Definitely both items are going to get well worn. And as I say, just need to tweak the neckline, well, tweak the shoulders on the next one, I think. So if I just take it up a little bit, I think that may look a little bit better. I'm not sure, or maybe use the bodice front and back of the Molly tee instead, which is a much fitted top. Probably I should have done that in hindsight. Should have done that from the beginning, but I didn't. It's all a learning curve. But yeah, overall really pleased, and this outfit is so going to get a lot of wear, that is for sure. So hope you liked today's vlog of my Sew the Look. If you did, don't forget to give me that lovely thumbs up, and if you just found me and you like to follow along with my dressmaking, then please don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and before I go, can I say thank you to everybody who's bought me a virtual coffee over on my coffee account. That is so thoughtful of you. I was quite pleasantly surprised. It was really lovely, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And all pennies or all virtual coffees will then be ploughed back into my channel to buy lots more fabrics and sewing patterns and things like that, so I can then bring nice content for you. I've got 2 collaborations coming soon. I've also got my long sleeved tee vlog where I've been trying to find free long sleeve tees for you, and I've got my sewing directory vlog as well coming soon. So I've got lots more videos and vlogs coming your way, so please stay tuned for all those, and I shall see you very soon. Thanks so much for joining me today, and as always, please take care and happy sewing.